Greetings, Missouri Mid-South Conference. I bring you greetings as we begin Lent together. I bring you greetings with one of my furry family members, Kitty or Shoppie. He is my work companion. He makes sure that someone in the house is taking a nap when I am on Zoom calls and working on ministry opportunities and all kinds of things. So know that as we are doing ministry together, someone in my house is taking a nap and getting all of their rest. In some ways, as we begin Lent is a time of returning, of renewal, of making sure that the parts of our spiritual home are healthy and cared for, looked after. Just like our furry family members and sometimes our own family members remind us when we have worked too much, remind us when we have gone too far, remind us that we are created in God's image. And in God's image, we will return. It is for me that sense of Lent. As we yesterday marked our very being on our foreheads, on our minds and spirits, to say to ourselves and to God, we are created in God's image, each of us. And the very essence of who and whose we are must be about that. Even and especially in the midst of a pandemic, a global pandemics where it is not safe for us this year to receive that mark that we are dust and to dust we shall return, to receive that blessing that we are created in God's image, to receive that homework, to return to who and whose we are, even and especially if that means to let go of the parts of us that are unhealthy, the parts of us that need a nap, the parts of us that as we move forward need to be transformed in this way. So, my friends, know that as Shoppie reminds us, sometimes we need to move on, that is the case for us as well. That Lent is a time and a period of returning to who and whose we are. And that even in the midst of a year-long global pandemic where we cannot receive that touch that marks us and that feels comforting and as a blessing and a renewal of assurance that we are not by ourselves, that indeed God is with us through furry family, through friends, through strangers, through those who challenge us, and through family. My friends, remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. Remember that you are created in God's image, and that in this Lenten moment, you are invited to the journey of returning to who and whose you are in the essence of God's creation. This day and forevermore. Amen.